Good morning, or whatever time it may be for you. It's another Sea-Doo ride today with the Sea-Doo Tours riding group. And our destination today is going to be kind of a combination of a bunch of lakes and a bunch of rivers. It's the Trent Severn waterway system, and we're going to be launching from Point Lauderdale Marina, about an hour and 50 minutes away from me. So let's get everything hooked up, which it is from overnight already. I left the Sea-Doo all hooked up overnight. Camera gear's all there in the truck. And let's hit the road, stop and get a Timmy's coffee first, and then we'll be up at Point Lauderdale. And we're going to show you some beautiful water today as we ride the Trent Severn waterway system. Alrighty, we got our Tim's coffee and a breakfast sandwich this morning. Normally I park back there, but all the garbage trucks seem to be having a convention here today, so I had to park along the side of the building today, which is a fire lane. I just kind of ran in quickly, hoping that the police didn't come in to get a coffee this morning as well, so I got away with it just quickly in and out. But normally I would park back over there, but not this morning. Okay, let's hit the road. It's kind of funny, I just got a toot on the horn as this truck in front of me went by me, and I just kind of looked out the window and I thought, hey, that's Greg. So Greg is still ahead of me this morning. He's got a Sea-Doo in tow. Not sure you can make it out. This car's going to pull in between us. But no, that is that is Greg up in front of me this morning with his Sea-Doo in tow, and he's heading to the same place I am. I'm not sure you can make this out or not. Maybe you can. Look at the fog out there this morning, just hanging in all the valleys. It's just full of this kind of misty, foggy conditions out there. The sun is out kind of way up above us, but really foggy in the valleys this morning. And then I think we've also got a fair amount of smoke in the air again, because the sun this morning was just a bright orange. So that forest fire smoke is still with us from weeks ago when I was out there with smoke then, and there's still smoke in the air. I can't smell it, but it's out there. It is a little bit of a windy, twisty road to get in here the last 4 or 5 kilometers into Point Lauderdale, but just follow the signs and it's no problem. I am not the first guy here. I see we've got Scott here. Greg is right behind me. And I don't know how many machines we're going to have with us today on this trip. Could be 5, 6 machines, something like that, or maybe even a few more. The Sea-Doo Tours riding group has gotten a little bit bigger over the last little while, so we'll see. We'll take a head count here in a little bit, but right now just the 2 of us here. Get things hooked up and get things ready to go. And we just park right over there. So the parking is very close to where the launch is, where the ramp is. It's number 2 in the water.
Don't get wet.
Looks pretty calm out here. But it is out there. You can kind of just see a little haze. It's going to be a bright sunny day. It's going to be warm, and I think it's going to be pretty calm on the lake today, but there will be a little haze from the smoke still out there. I think the smoke is coming from the prairies, like from Saskatchewan or somewhere in that area. That's what I heard on the news, and just drifting this way. Well, I would say he's not going to run out of gas today, particularly since you don't need any gas on this trip, but he's got 2 cans extra with him, just in case. That's what happens when you got all those link positions on your Sea-Doo. You want to fill them up with something. Okay. Now that's how you launch a Sea-Doo.
Shallow.
And here's how you do not launch a Sea-Doo. The problem here is that the trailer is not far enough back in the water, and that Yamaha just doesn't quite want to slide off the rails into the water. Okay, I think he's just about got it now. Rocked it enough to get it loose. Okay, we'll just get off the dock a little bit and just do one final little check to make sure everything's working. Get the Garmin fired up, get the Navionics fired up, and just get everything set before we take off. It looks like there's just going to be 4 of us on the trip today, which is a really manageable group. 4 is pretty easy, even 5 is pretty good. Once you get about 5 or 6, then you're starting to get into a bit of a group situation. But just 4 today, so it should be pretty good. Not sure if you can make that out on the screen or not, but this is the first time that I've actually used what they call the Active Captain app. And I've plotted our route for today into Active Captain, and then I've transferred that route from the phone and onto the Garmin unit. And thus far it all seems to be there. The route seems to be there. The line is there, all the turns are there. And we'll just see how that works today. It's the first time I've done that, and we'll just see how it works. So that's really a handy thing. You can sit at home and you can plan a route that you're going to be riding and then enter it into the Garmin unit, and then that route is there ready for you to go. So let's just see how that all works today. Okay, a couple of the guys are coming out here. We should be just about ready to take off shortly and make this journey begin. And away we go! So it does not take very long to get across that open body of water on Sparrow Lake, like 10 or 15 minutes if that. And you're across the lake, and then you're kind of heading into the beginning of the Trent Severn waterway. So we'll be in the Trent Severn waterway for quite a bit. There's also going to be some bigger bodies of water, not massive, but other areas like the Gloucester Pool and stuff like that we'll have to cross. But for the most part today, a lot of it's going to be narrow riding through the Trent Severn waterway system. Here's where it starts to narrow right up here into the Trent Severn channel. Here's a nice little sand beach. I think what we're doing is we're kind of looking for maybe some alternative launch points as well on this trip, just to see where else we might launch from, rather than just Point Lauderdale, which is $40+ to launch there. It's actually $35 if you get there before 9 o'clock in the morning, because they're not fully officially open then you put cash in an envelope and it's $35. If you're there after 9 o'clock in the morning, you pay the tax on top of that, so about $40, roughly, something like that. You can still see there's a little bit of haze in the air out here, just from that smoke that still is in the air, has not burnt off, and may be with us for most of the day. But it is, for the most part, going to be a bright sunny day today, except for that kind of forest fire smoke. Might make for some beautiful shots of the sun a bit later on today, we'll see. But that haze has been with us in southern Ontario now for quite some time. And when I was up in the North Channel and Point Barrel and that area, the haze was there with me then, and it's still with us today. Just that kind of magenta line with all the turn-by-turns. Maybe I put too many turns in there, I don't know.
Oh, so you plotted it on the computer last night?
No, on my phone through Active Captain. Because that's the way you're supposed to do it, is put it into Active Captain and then transfer it right onto your Garmin unit. And so it kind of gives you like a turn-by-turn. All the way through, and you just plot it, and then you just sync this to this, yeah, and it transfers it. Don't spray me. onwards.
Every breath holds a moment, everyone a chance to take. You can see it if you close your eyes. We already know the way. Forever you and me, running wild and free, chasing down the sun. Oh, we've just begun. It's a winding road of all the places we will go. There's a stirring in the ocean. There's a rhythm in the waves. It's a calling deep within your bones, and it cannot be contained.
We got a guy fishing right here in the channel, which is a little unusual. He's got an anchor down. Must be a good spot for fish. Is it a good spot for fish here? Perfect. Yeah, looks like a pretty good spot for fishing. They've got it anchored right in the channel. Wow, there's a lot of rock in this area. It's kind of like being way out on Georgian Bay. Pretty area through here. I like riding the Trent Severn waterway system through this area because it kind of opens up a little bit more. You get a combination of nice little narrow channels like this that you can kind of run up and through. Now a lot of it, there is 10-kilometer no wake zones in it, but you have to slow down through those. But other parts it's kind of wider and you can just kind of whip right on through it. And then of course you get some of this nice rock all the way along the Trent Severn. I don't know, I've shown this in about 5 videos now. I seem to I seem to do it every time. Hydro Glen rope swing. Somebody's got to do this once. I've shown this about 5 times and nobody... Come on, Andrew! Yeah, that's been here for years. I don't know who Hydro Glen was, but that's his rope swing right there. That's the trick with that thing. How do you get the rope over to the shore? Because there's a ladder over there to climb up and swing off, but how do you get the rope back over to the shore? Is that concrete? No, that's concrete. Sorry, that's not rock. I think that's concrete. Yeah, it's a piece of concrete. The edges are just way too straight on it. That's kind of cool. The only place you see rock like that in the water with the edges really straight like that, like a stonemason has cut the rock in the water into straight slabs, is up towards the Tobermory area. That's just unbelievable up in there, what you can see in the water for rock slabs in the water. I'll have to try and get there yet this summer. I haven't been up this summer. So did I mention that we have two locks to go through today? We have the Swift Rapids lock, which is the one we're approaching right now, and then we have the big Chute Marine Railway lock. Both of these I've shown quite a few times in past videos. I am not going to pull the drone out here. What I might do is give you some drone shots from a past video rather than shoot it all over again. I may just incorporate some of the lock shots from past videos. So this is the blue wall here. This is where we tie up along. And the lock is actually just opening right now, so we're going to be able to pull right into the lock. This is one of the locks in the Trent Severn waterway system that has one of the biggest drops. It's 47 feet that we're going to drop from the top level down to the bottom before those doors open down there and we can drive out. So that's pretty far down, 47 feet. Some of them are like, you know, the Kawarthas, you're dropping 4 and 5 feet in some of the locks, but here, this is a deep one, 47 feet down. You can actually see us just dropping down. You can see the movement of the sea-dew going down against the wall. So that's a pretty large volume of water that they're dissipating out of this lock pretty quickly. Just one guy going through on the way back. Maybe two. No, that's their boat. That's how they get in here, is they come in here by boat, the Parks Canada people. Oh no, we got several boats here. What am I talking about? There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 boats going in through the other way. So, there you have it. I've shown it one more time, the Swift Rapids lock. Next lock will be the big Chute Marine Railway lock. Up a little ways yet, but it's the next one and the final one. Greg's asking for it. He's going to get me wet, and then I'm going to have to get him back. I don't know, do I dare drive underneath this tree? Looks like it's barely hanging on here. Looks like the top part is already snapped off. And the bottom may be next to go. Maybe that's why they're selling the cottage here. It's for sale because the tree is falling into the water. No, I doubt it. Apparently there's a lot of people who are now trying to sell cottages in cottage country, Muskoka, the Kawarthas. A lot of people now trying to move their cottages. It's a buyer's market out there now for cottages, apparently. Prices are dropping somewhat and people are having a hard time moving them. A lot of people bought these cottages during COVID. A lot of people financed them by borrowing against their principal home. And now interest rates are up. Prices are coming down for the price of the cottages. And there's a lot of them on the market. So it's taken quite a while to move some of these cottages now, and I think that downward spiral is going to continue for a little while in cottage country. So up there, that is the second railway bridge that we have to go under. and then not too far past that, we'll hit the big Chute Marine Railway lock, which is one of the most unique locks of its kind. It's not really a lock. I guess they call it a lock, but it's different. You'll see it in a bit. It's just up there. I see. Here's another one. You know, a couple of years ago, you would have never seen signs of cottages for sale, or they would be few and far between. Now, all of a sudden, here's another one for sale. There was another one just back there a little bit. So, oh, look, that's for sale, and that's for sale. Oh, no, it's the same place. Yeah, they've just got 2 for sale signs on it. We're gonna get some wake from this guy. Let's go angle into it. Trying to keep the water off the lenses on the camera. We don't want that. Be nice to see a train come by one time. Have you? Yeah, I've never seen a train come by here. Greg says he's seen it once. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see the train going by there. I think he said it was shallow water up ahead, so I'm gonna turn around and go back the other way. I think we're just checking some of these bays out today since it's such a nice day. We've got a little extra time today. The locks are open till, I believe it's 5:30 is the last lock, so we have to be back by 5 o'clock at the last lock we want to go through just to make sure we got enough time to go through. So it's not like the summer hours when the locks are done at 3:30. Now they're done at 5:30. What the heck is that thing? Is it a sauna?
Oh, look at the sky.
What? What do you think it is? An observatory with a telescope. Well, that is something I have not seen out here before. So they just pop the telescope through a hole in the top and then everything else is dark. Huh. That's a bit unique. I've never seen one of those before. I thought it was a sauna to start with. Could have been a sauna. There's a little lake just up ahead here. We might try to get into that little lake right in there, just see if we can get in there. We're kind of just poking around today, just kind of hitting all these little bays to see what's out here. Some of the places we haven't really seen before. I guess this is the little lake right in here, just this back bay. Wouldn't call it a lake, it's a bay. All right, if that last place was an observatory for the stars, what the hell is this thing? Rave Sports. What do you do in here? Oh, it's like a rock climbing wall. You climb up onto that thing, and then you can kind of fall down into the water. And then they've got like a jungle gym thing out here as well. Yeah, it's a kind of a rock climbing wall thing. That's a little different. I haven't seen one of those on the water before. Yeah, that water's pretty warm now. It's not going to get much warmer than that. We're already into almost mid-August, and the water is nice and warm. I don't know if we're going to get a chance to take a dip today or not. Probably not. So that's the actual lock right here. And this is on railway tracks. And this whole barge system comes right down into the water. And then what you do is you just drive right on, and it pulls right back out of the water, goes across the road on the other side, and will take you straight over. So that's the way that works. I don't know, they seem to be letting us in even though all those other boats are sitting there. So you're just kind of driving in right onto a platform. Then that platform will pull out of the water and go up and cross over the road. So as we enter the water, the Sea-Doos go right side up again. And just like that, we drive right out of the big Chute Marine Railway. It's really unique. There's only, I think it's the only lock kind of its kind like this in all of North America, from what I've heard. And then we've got all of these guys along over here, along the wall. Watch it, Scott. Over here, going through the other way. So this is sort of the blue wall here, and everybody comes through back the other way and brings you back through. Hi, guys. Good to see you. So that's the big Chute Marine Railway for about the 5th time I've been through there, and the 5th video. I'm running out of things to say about it as I go through there. A couple of subscribers to the Yukon Bob channel there on the Sea-Doos waiting to go through back the other way. The only reason I know that is they said, "Hi, Bob." Otherwise, I'd never known. Well, you've heard of Pirates of the Caribbean. This is Pirates of the Trent Severn waterway. Got this pirate ship parked right out here on some pontoons. Yeah, somebody's went through a little bit of effort, a little bit of work to put that out there. Bet you the kids love coming out and playing on this thing. They've even got a mannequin up top there and a rope here for swinging. Another thing for climbing up onto it. That would be a lot of fun for kids. And they've got solar lights hooked onto it so you can light it up at night. Pirates of the Caribbean in Ontario. So I never mentioned it, but the last couple of videos were kind of expensive for Yukon Bob. On one of the videos, the trip I made into the North Channel, the Sea-Doo was parked along the beach. And it was sitting sideways on the beach, which was all fine because it was nice and calm and everything, and I had the drone up in the air. But while I had the drone in the air, a boat went by out past me and a big wave came in and started sloshing up against the side of the Sea-Doo, and it filled up the gunnel with water and sand, and the Sea-Doo was kind of, you know, rocking back and forth, which was all fine, except for the fact that I had the camera that I'm using right now, my vlogging camera, sitting on the seat, and it bounced off the seat with the rocking motion and it fell into the gunnel in the water. It destroyed the Rode microphone, which was attached to the camera, and it also destroyed the housing that the camera sits in. It's called a media mod, so that I can hook up the microphones to the camera. So that was $350 for the microphones to replace, because I had to buy a transmitter and a receiver, and then the media mod, I had to replace that as well because the electronics in that were shorted out, and that was another $240 or so. So, you know, there's $500 and some right there. Then the next day when I was out on Killarney and Bay Fin doing the video that you saw last week, what happened on that trip is that I was at the dock in Killarney and I had the bag out for the drone, the carrying bag, and in that bag were 2 batteries, extra batteries for the drone, and a bunch of extra propellers. Well, I guess it was sitting on the back of the Sea-Doo when I pulled away from the dock in Killarney. And, you know, I putted through the dock and down through the Killarney Channel a bit, and then I hit the throttle and took off and did not notice that it was sitting out there, and I guess it flew off into the water. And when I got back to the starting point to pull the Sea-Doo out of the water, I was looking for the drone bag, couldn't find it. So that was another, replacing those batteries were $130–$140 US a piece. I only replaced one, so now I've only got 2 batteries instead of 3. But that was almost $800 in lost gear between those 2 videos. Yes, most of it was my own fault, but it was an expensive couple of videos. Hopefully, lesson learned. Okay, we're at, I think that's another marina over there, and we're gonna go back over there and have lunch, And I think we may just be in time for it to open for lunch. I think it opens at about noon. Perfect. All right, can't get much closer to your lunch spot than this. Basically, you're parking right at the dock where the lunch spot is. Hi there. We've eaten here quite a few times before in the past, and we're back one more time. And I think I'll get in the shade. Get in the shade over here.
Come on, sit down.
Have you guys already ordered?
Yeah, we ordered.
Did you order a beer, Greg?
Yes, I did.
You're gonna drink and drive again?
I ordered one for you as well.
No, I'm not drinking any beer.
Okay.
I'm having a Diet Coke.
There you go. For the camera.
Look at this, the drinks are here already. Amazing.
I didn't get what you wanted, sir.
Oh, that's what he wants. Ultra move for him.
Oh, okay. Who's the...
He knows me.
He's the oddball.
We're here plenty early for lunch, so we can take our time at lunch as well. It's a nice, pleasant day today. Nobody's riding 70 kilometers an hour today. We're all down to 60, 50.
We all got in shit by Yukon Bob for last time for going 46 instead of 43, so we better slow down.
It's so funny because the last video, the one that was called A Perfect Day back a while ago, I was sitting at the Bob Cajun lock waiting for these guys, and there was only about 15 minutes before that lock was closing for the day, and they weren't there. And then they showed up. They raced like hell to get to that lock to make it, but they made it.
That's what I had last time, Greg.
Nice. Oh, look at that salad. Nice.
Why didn't Yukon Bob get a meal? Why doesn't she have 5 hands? She's going to make a second trip. All right, so what do we got here? There's the smoked meat sandwich. That's what you had.
Yeah.
Andrew's got the, what do they call that burger? Damn good burger. And you had the
Smoked meat?
smoked meat again? Yeah, okay. And one's with a Caesar salad, and the other one's with is that sweet potato fries?
Yes.
So I had the chicken burger and a Caesar salad. So that should be here any hour now.
You know,
The best for last.
last time we were here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Fresh
Yeah,
coffee.
why not? Why not?
Tell me what else.
A little more, a little more, a little more. Perfect. Thank you so much. That's lovely.
By the end of
Well, I'm not sure what the deal is here, but Andrew is insisting we go for a coffee here now, right after lunch. There's supposedly a really good coffee spot somewhere right over here. So let's go find it and see where it is. Now, Andrew said it's a bit dark in there, so we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Wow. That is a coffee shop. These are all hot sauces or different types of sauces, that kind of stuff, and then your coffee blends are all up through here. Various cherry blossom, vanilla, that's creams, pastries. Different types of coffee cups. Oh yeah, this is a nice little store. Beautiful. 30 bucks though, eh? Oh no, is that 20 or 30?
21.
Ah, I'm not going to buy it at 29, but if it's 21, I'll buy it. Whiskey cream, that's the recommendation. What's the store called?
The Trading Post Cabin.
The Trading Post Cabin. If you're in Port Severn, just up off the water, just back a little bit, they've got all kinds of neat things in here. Okay, load up my treasures. I got a coffee cup, some coffee beans, put those in the Sea-Doo. So this is the little tunnel thing we've done in the past a couple of times. It's kind of a thing that goes right underneath the road. And you just drive right through this little tunnel thing right here. Now the trick is to go through it when there's not a lot of wake in there. If there's a lot of wake in there, you're going to get bounced around a little bit. There's a chance you might actually hit the wall. Just got me a little wet there coming out. I got to get out of the way. A few years ago, I did bounce off the wall in there. I didn't know, it's the first time I think I'd ever gone through there, and I didn't know about keeping the speed up, and I also didn't know about waiting for the wake to settle right down in there. And there was kind of a lot of chop in there when I went in, and it kind of pushed me into the wall. I think I'm gonna wind up this video right here in a narrower part of the Trent Severn waterway. My battery power is starting to get pretty low on the microphone, so I think we'll just kind of conclude this video right here. It's been a great day out here today. Beautiful, the weather's been good, winds have been calm, and we were so lucky with those locks today. I can't believe it. I've never had luck like that at the locks, where you basically arrive at the lock, drive into the lock, the door closes, and away you go through. That's worked out perfectly for 2 of the locks today, so that was just good timing on our part. Thanks for coming along on this Yukon Bob video, guys, on the Trent Severn waterway, launching out of Sparrow Lake in Point Lauderdale. Appreciate you coming along. Leave some comments if you want to, and I shall see you guys on the next Yukon Bob video, somewhere on the waters, somewhere out there around Southern Ontario. Thanks for saying hi. Met a bunch of people on the water today who subscribed to the channel. They stopped to say hi, which is really nice, so I appreciate that. See you guys on the next one. Bye for now.